like, honey, I'm gonna get on YouTube. And he's like, yeah, I brought the ring light. You still haven't made one video. I was like, I'm gonna get on there. And then I would get nervous. I compared myself to other content creators. Like, okay, this is what, Jeremy and Chris Stuckman, this is what they're doing. This is what's, this is what's working.
I'm trying to picture you doing a Jeremy Johns impersonation. Because he is so specific.
Talking.
Like, put on a red blazer and like, yeah.
Well, let me just be myself and do videos the way I want to do them.
Tell me a little bit about you growing up. Like, did you grow up a movie fan? How did you fall in love with movies?
I just love movies. Like, I was a very antisocial kid. I was not a really, I guess I can't say friendly kid because I was nice. I just kind of was really introverted. And the thing I loved the most was music and movies. And you remember I had those old TVs that you had to turn like this? The old TVs with the knob or with the old chunky remote. And I was just like, I love just movies. And then I would watch so many because it was way back. We didn't have any cable. You just watch what came on, and a lot of the time it was black and white movies and just a whole westerns and just different things. And I was like, I really like watching these things. And I couldn't remember what I ate yesterday, but I could remember what happened in this movie. And it was just something that I really enjoyed, but I never thought that it would be anything that would turn into this and have people subscribing to hear me talk about it. I just love movies, could recite them. And then every once in a blue moon, I would get on YouTube to watch some of my favorite reviewers, and I would watch some stuff. I'm like, why didn't he mention that? I would have said this. Like, he didn't see that. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can do this. I can talk about a movie, and now we're talking about movies.
Well, and then you said you're saying off camera before we started how did your channel start?
I started talking about a TV show. I started talking about because for the life of me, I kept saying, like, honey, I'm gonna get on YouTube. And he's like, yeah, I brought the ring light. You still haven't made one video. I was like, I'm gonna get on there. And then I would get nervous. But a show premiered called I May Destroy You. It was on HBO Max. And I thought it was so amazing. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm scared. I'm freaked out. I was so camera shy. Like, the personality now, it was very, hi you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I was whispering. I was very self-conscious about being on camera. But I just wanted to talk about that so badly. But I started there, and it was like, okay, I think I'm comfortable. Let me start off with this TV show. That way I have 8 episodes to get the jitters out and maybe get to movies then. And then once I got to the movies, I compared myself to other content creators. Like, okay, this is what, Jeremy and Chris Stuckman, this is what they're doing. This is what's working. Let me get on here, give my little spew for, 5 or 8 minutes. And I was like, it wasn't authentic because I wasn't being myself. I was trying not to, like, okay, I can't curse. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna mention that. It's just not. And the subscribers can tell when you're not being yourself and you're trying to be like everybody else, because when you get on, you don't know what to do. You just see this is what's working for however many content creators, and you try to hold yourself to that standard. Then I just said, you know what, this is not working. Let me just be myself and do videos the way I want to do them, because everybody kept, they have their own steps. You have to keep the video this long. Attention spans are short. You have to, edit this way. You have to speak on this. Maybe you shouldn't linger on that too long. There's this formula. I was like, I'm not going to follow any formulas. I'm just going to do what I want to do and see what happens. And it's been pretty great so far.
I'm trying to picture you doing a Jeremy Johns impersonation. Because he is so specific.
Talking.
Like put on a red blazer and like aim away from the camera, just like
obviously not so much the impression, but I just was trying to, because a lot of they talk so fast and they're getting so much out so quickly, and I was trying to and it's like, oh God, this is terrible. This is terrible. But once I started to just be myself and talk about movies the way I wanted to, then the channel started to grow.
Yeah, that is funny. I'm picturing you now doing Flight of the Bumblebee, but as a movie review.
Terrible.
So you also said one of your movie reviews really took off, and that's what really blew up your channel?
Yeah. Well, no, the thing that blew up my channel was actually, the Coming to America, the second one, because I hated it so much. I didn't know at the time because I didn't look at analytics or anything, but when you trash a film, that's when everybody shows up. When just dig into something and people show up for that. And I didn't know. I really hated this film. I love Coming to America like so much. So the fact that we got part two and it was so subpar, I was really disappointed. And then all of a sudden I woke up and I was like, what? What? You guys showed up for this? And the channel like slowly started growing. That was like the first time I got to, I think, my 1,000 subs because I got, I think, like 700 subs out of nowhere for that one video. I was like, whoa. So then that's when I decided I'm just gonna, because you just never know what's gonna happen on YouTube. I tell everybody just makes if you I know a lot of people that they will prefer not to make their channel a mixed bag and just to focus on certain things. But me doing the nostalgia reviews or something current like a Little Mermaid and then jumping into a TV show, it helps because sometimes you just never know. You'd be like, wow, you guys are watching this. You never know what's going to hit and be that thing for your channel.
Well, and I think one of the first videos of yours that I saw was right after you had had a big growth spurt in your channel, and you were actually being pretty honest with the camera and like, wow, this is like really surprising me. I can't remember what the previous one was, but that for whatever
Mhm.
reason, the first video I saw of yours was like just your honest reaction of like, wow, like I going from here to here overnight from one video and be like, yeah, I don't even know how to keep up with this at the moment. So I was like, wow, this is very odd. And then I started watching some of your other videos and and then, yeah, the booty call review. So I worked at a movie theater from 1992 to 1999 while I was in high school. I wasn't on the Van Wilder plan. It didn't take me 10 years or 7 years, but 7 years through high school and college. And I remember watching it back then, but then I haven't really watched a whole lot of it since then. But
Yeah.
I love your review for that because you sing,
Yeah.
you tell jokes. Like I don't quite know how to describe your style
Me
of,
neither.
like you're saying, be yourself, but like how would
Yeah.
you describe your style as a film reviewer? Because I can't
It's
adequately describe you.
it's eclectic. Once I realized, because once I got comments, I'd have people who, "Oh my god, stop singing, don't rap, don't do I hate it. Can you just talk about the movie? Why are you lingering so long?" And then I would get, "Oh, this is amazing. I love the singing. I love when you dance. I love the intros. Everybody comes for something different. Like every other subscriber subscribes to you for something different. What I said was if I can like pull people in like in the first at least 2 minutes of my video, they're more likely to stick around. So I try to make the intro as big as I can. So if I let's see Apocalypto is coming up, like I might dress up and be a Mayan and walk into the camera swinging a hook or something. I don't know. Like let me just get the people in. But I just try to touch on everything because everybody likes some people, they hate it or whatever, but I'm just like this is what's working for me. If you don't like certain things, there are a plethora of YouTubers that will give you exactly what you're looking for. But here I do things my own way, and it's become I approach it like I'm talking to a friend. As long as I feel like I'm talking to a friend and I'm making myself laugh and you're laughing with me, then I know it's a good video. So whatever I got to do in that moment that I feel like is expressive, if I want to act out a scene or do something, I never feel restrained to just strictly talk about the movie because sometimes hey, I just want to dance here. We need a dance break.
There's so much authenticity with your reviews because there are a couple of them. I can't remember which video it was, but I think your son wandered into a couple of shots and you
Yeah.
didn't edit away from it. Like you're like, you go back over there, go to your dad. And just somehow yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a distraction, but I was like, I don't know why, but this works somehow.
Yeah.
Like it's you middle of your review. Anybody else would have cut all that out, but you keeping that in the video somehow makes sense. Like it doesn't linger too long. It's
Yeah.
there,
I
but
just
it's
love it because
yeah,
a lot of
it's
people,
amusing
they just
somehow.
they I didn't want anybody, I also didn't want anybody to approach me as like, oh, everybody assumes when you get a camera and you speak, you're an authentic film critic. Like, I'm not. I'm just a person, I'm a mom, I'm a, wife, I'm a whole bunch of other things. And it also humanizes, because a lot of people, especially with them paying for content, they assume that you're up day and night just devoted to YouTube. Like, no, I have a whole life. It's a
Hunched over
struggle
your
now.
laptop and plugging
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a struggle with each video, because every video is like, "Mommy, how long are you still in there? You making a video?" Like, "Yes, son. Yes, daughter. Yes, children. I'm still in here." Like, "All right." But, but just if you keep it very professional, people just assume nobody on YouTube thought I had any children, thought, especially with my phone. Like, you're making videos on your phone, it's a whole lot. And then you just have those subs who think you make magic in the midst of 30 minutes and you can just pump out videos. Like it doesn't work like that. I'm still a person, and I have to really struggle to get these videos out. You guys have no idea.
Well, I had no idea that you were shooting and editing on your phone. So
Yeah.
that's a
People,
testament to
use your
you.
phone. I've had so many. That was my thing, and it wasn't, I guess it was kind of strategic to use the phone, because I've seen so many people. I didn't know anything about YouTube, but I did know, for me personally, I didn't want to invest in a whole setup and get camera and audio equipment if this was something that I might drop the next, month, or maybe it didn't grow. I didn't have a month, I didn't have a computer, have anything. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out what I can do on this. iPhones are amazing, and I'm gonna use my phone until I feel like I want to do something else or grow. And I started with my iPhone on my bed, and now we have a real chair and a microphone, and I'm so proud of that.
I love it. The audio is great. The camera looks great. So I love it. You're doing a great job with your channel. So Struggle Reviews TV is the channel.